And welcome back, sports fans, for second period action. The NEBC and Yukon Trackers ahead by 1. Puck's dumped into the Crusaders zone. Trackers looking to gain possession of it. It gets to the top of the circles. Crusaders move it cross ice and move it towards us. Shot fakes off the equipment of Ross, and London takes the player out as he finishes his shot. It's now Kimmy to the puck, going to press it up the boards. It's going to come to London. London gets it to the blue line. He's going to dump that down into the Crusaders zone. And now the Crusaders move it up to the near corner, move it to the middle of the ice, and they break up through the neutral zone. They dump that one in on Kindrat, and Crusaders will get it in behind the goal. And back behind the goal will be Tyler Turner. He gets it over to Connor Kindrat. Kindrat now at the puck plays it back over to Turner on the near side. Turner looks up ice. He puts it onto the stick of Menard. Menard now is going to move that puck over to Lee, who gets it up past Kimmy. And Kimmy and Lee will go for a change, and Menard will go in on the forecheck. Puck's put out to the board's going to bounce to the middle of the ice, kept in by Lowen. Lowen will put it down low now, and the forecheck will ensue. Crusaders put it back around the boards to the near side. It comes up to the hash marks, and it's the forecheck of Lowen who pushes that puck down low. And now that puck is still bouncing. It comes over to Menard. Menard's going to move it to Kindrat. Kindrat from the point goes back to Menard. Menard from the half wall tries to feed it over to Lowen. It's intercepted by the Crusaders, who dump that up high into the neutral zone, and it's going to bounce onto the Crusader stick. They work low on Kindrat. They stop up. It's going to be blocked by Kindrat, and it's put up to Menard. Menard has Florent backs or far side. Florent will skate to the puck. He's going to dump that one in softly and go chase it down on the forecheck. Crusaders going to move it up to the blue line, kept in by Lowen. Lowen will go for a change, and it'll be Florent going to press the puck. Florent now pressures the Crusader player right into the boards. Loose puck behind the goal line. He's trying to get his stick on it. It's going to roll up, and it'll be Kindrat on the Sexsmith's pinch. He's able to keep it down low. He pulls it to the middle of the ice. He gets tripped up, and now the Crusader is going to dump it to the neutral zone. Puck's on the stick of Kindrat. It's going to bounce over in past the goal line. MacArthur will set it up. It'll be Viens to the puck. Viens makes his way up, loses the handle. He's looking cross ice. He puts it up along the boards. That's out of everybody's reach, and as it crosses the goal line at 17:49, we'll have the first whistle since the last one, and it'll come all the way down for an icing call. So they're going to line up to the left of the netminder, MacArthur. Nathan Brownlee take the face-off draw. He looks in against the Crusader centerman. He wins it back right into the corner. Ross comes to the puck, moves it over to Schwantz. Schwantz comes to the middle ice, intercepted. It's back onto the stick on Ross. Ross is going to flip that cross ice onto the skates of the Crusader defender, and now it's Brownlee making his way up. Shot comes just off the heel of the Crusader defender. Stick rolls into the near corner. Rule now has it on the boards. He's pushed back, and it's Brownlee trying to take it out. He's intercepted by the Crusaders. Crusader player goes down to the ice, and it's still inside the blue line. Nathan Brownlee pushes the puck down in onto the Crusaders defense. It's off his stick. Turnover. Rule to Brownlee. Brownlee can't pull the trigger. Puck bounces off. Schwantz has his stick lifted. 2-on-1 ensues. Crusaders now moving that puck cross ice. Going to be cleared back out onto the stick of Nathan Brownlee. And Brownlee now is going to move it out to the neutral zone. He gets to the red line, cross ice dump, and Schwantz is going to go chase it down on the forecheck. Schwantz applying pressure to the Crusaders as the Trackers go for a change, and Crusaders go back D to D as they slowly move up the ice all the way through the neutral zone, right onto the netminder, MacArthur. MacArthur puts his glove down on it to get a stoppage in play. Face-off coming to the right of the netminder is where they're looking like they're going to indicate that. So Shaden Hebert take the face-off draw. Hebert's going to be out with Menard and Brown. Puck's going to bounce. Brown's going to play that forward. That's just out of the reach of the Crusaders' sticks. And now here comes Menard on the forecheck. He'll go pressure the Crusader player below the goal line. Battle ensues. Puck's can be pushed around the net. Here comes Connor Brown to apply some more pressure. Crusaders make their way up. They get it into the neutral zone. They're going to chip it in on Kindrat's side. Kindrat's just beaten to the puck as the Crusaders go down low for the puck. Puck's going to be played back down by Connor Brown. Crusaders going to have it taken away by Kindrat as he comes out the near side. He moves up through the middle now with speed. He's going 4-on-2. He puts the puck onto the stick of Brown. Brown's going to shoot. He's going to put it into the corner off the stick of the netminder. Puck's going to sit down and get to the blue line, kept in by Hebert. Hebert's going to move the puck down to Brown, I believe it was. And now that's Hebert. Hebert shot on it. Rebound to Menard. Menard scores the second goal. And so I don't know if I had all the players correct on touching the puck when it's at the blue line, but the puck does get shot by, I believe, I believe it was Brown, and it's off the pad and it sits in the open ice for Menard to skate into it and put it to the back of the net. And so at 15:59, it's 2-0 for the NEBC and Yukon Trackers versus the St. Albert Crusaders here on second period action. Curtis Lee take the faceoff draw with line mates London and Kimmy, and the puck's played back by Kimmy to Ross. Ross is going to move that puck. It's going to go all the way down ice, and as it crosses the goal line, as nobody had touched it, icing is called, and they'll bring that puck all the way back down into the Trackers' defensive zone. Looks like they're indicating to the left of the netminder, so they'll line up just below us here. Curtis Lee will take the faceoff draw for the Trackers. He'll battle against the Crusaders centerman. Crusaders win the faceoff draw, comes back to the point. Point man puts it down below the goal line, and to the puck, Viens will chase it down. Crusader forechecker meets the puck with Viens. Puck's pushed up along the boards to Kimmy. Kimmy has two blue jerseys. He gets it as far as the blue line, and it's going to bounce back to Viens. Viens plays it off the boards, but not away from the Crusader player who intercepts. Centering pass. Crusaders shoot and miss the net, and good effort by London to put a bit of pressure on the shooter, and the shooter pulls the trigger and goes wide. Puck's battled for down in the corner. Crusaders control. Cross-ice pass going to bounce out the corner to Kimmy, and London calling for it. Puck's pitched up into the air, and now London will go try to chase it down. Crusaders go around the ice. Here comes the Sexsmith pinch of Viens, and the Crusader player just heard footsteps. Slap shot. It's going to go wide. It's going to bounce over to Kimmy and past him to the neutral zone. Ross will dump that one back down, and now the Crusaders will set it up behind the net. Crusaders work out the far side to the top of the circles. They make it out into the neutral zone. They make it to the red line, and that's going to be turned back towards the Crusaders' blue line. Crusaders come back into the neutral zone, intercepted by Lowe, and he dumps that back in. They're on a delayed offside at this point. They wait for Kimmy to get onside, and then the Crusaders come back. They're going to cross-ice dump that. It's going to bounce out over the boards, and it's going to be played back behind the net by MacArthur nonchalantly, and Schwantz puts it along the boards. It's Florence going to be able to turn and get that to the blue line and out, and it's going to be a cross-ice dump. It's knocked out of the air by Lowe, and Crusaders come back to the puck, and it's off the stick now of Schwantz. Schwantz going to wrap that around the boards. It's going to come to Florian. Florian takes it and chips it out into the neutral zone. Crusaders control. It's back on the stick of Ross. Ross takes it to the blue line. Ross goes cross-ice onto the stick of Menard. Menard has the puck popped off his stick, and Schwantz is able to push it back up. 2-on-1 ensues. Florian with the puck, looking, shot into the back of the net. And so Florian finds the 5-hole, and the Trackers go ahead 3-0 with 13:59 left in the second period. So Florian looks backside, and the netminder had that in the back of his mind, and he opens up as Florian makes his motion, and just enough, and Florian buries the puck into the back of the net as it trickles across the goal line. Official wasn't a great place to see it, but the Trackers' arms go up, and the man with the red stripes on his arms is able to see it cross the goal line. Face-off won by Brownlee. He comes back to Turner. Turner goes to Kindrat. Kindrat in the middle of the ice now, makes his way to the red line. He's going to dump that in, and the netminder will stop it up. Bounce out front, and to the back of the net. And so I was too busy trying to make the camera look bigger, so I didn't even see who the goal scorer was. And I assume that was Justin Brownlee who got that one, a favorable bounce off the end boards as it was dumped in by Kindrat. And so we'll have a quick lube oil change, goaltender change. And so the Crusaders will change goalies after 4 goals. And so at 13:49, Trackers are in a commanding lead at this point. Crusaders now are going to drop the puck. It's going to be intercepted by Rule. Rule's going to shoot it on net. Netminder is going to turn it into the far corner. And the Crusaders now play it back below the goal line. And battling down low is Nathan Brownlee. Nathan Brownlee gets rubbed out. Marcus Rule gets taken out along the boards. And the whistle goes. Penalties indicated. High note slashing is going to white or blue. Still trying to figure it out. And the Crusaders have iced it down the length of the ice, and so it looks like that's going to be 15 white who gets a slashing penalty. So Marcus Rule will go to the penalty box for 2 minutes. And so the Trackers' penalty kill will have to be at its best to keep the Crusaders from entering onto the scoreboard anything other than the 0 that is there. So face-off coming to the right of MacArthur. Whistle goes. Crusaders have one too many players on. I think maybe There was just instructions from the Crusader player to the new netminder as he's warming up down at the far end. Puck's controlled down into the corner by the Crusaders, move to the top of the circles. Crusaders now put it back to the D-man and back to the top of the circle. Shot comes, MacArthur the save, rebound, Florian is going to be able to put that down the length of the ice. The netminder's going to have to stop it up, and Crusaders will race back towards it. 13:15 left in the second period. Penalty to Marcus Rule, just starting to wind down. And Crusaders make their way to the neutral zone. I guess it's not winding down, it's just started. So Kindred has the puck down by the bottom of the circle. He's going to shoot that down the length of the ice. And the Crusaders will go all the way back the other way. Pressuring the puck is Florient again. He's making the Crusaders work hard, getting out of their zone. He's expended a lot of energy. He'll go for a change, and now London's going to try to get that puck board side. And London forcing the puck carrier to cough it up, and it's going to bounce to Turner. Turner gets that down to the far blue line where the Crusaders will regroup. They come cross ice, and it's going to bounce, and now Lee is going to go pressure the defender, and they're back into the corner. Lee will get out of there, not get himself tangled up. Here comes London. London down to the puck. Footsteps were heard, and the Crusader defender just pushes it up the boards. Crusaders now carry it at the top of the circle. They move it to the middle of the ice. They get to the red line and get over the blue line of the Trackers, and now they'll stop up at the top of the circle. London on the puck carrier. Puck carrier works down low, puts it behind the net. Crusaders now coming out from behind their net. They're going to look cross ice off a stick of London into the corner. Here coming to the puck is Ross, and now here comes London. He's going to apply some pressure. He's going to be on a partial breakaway. London with the puck now. He's got a man in front. He shoots it on the netminder, and the netminder is able to gobble that one up as it hits him right in the Crusaders logo. And nice of the Trackers to shoot it right at him just to get him warmed up, as he's just entered into the game after the fourth goal the Trackers scored. So 11:53 left in the period, 21 seconds left in the penalty to Marcus Rule, and that face-off down in the far end is going to be taken by Tracker player number 11, Nathan Brownlee. Face-off's going to be controlled by the Crusaders. They're going to take it back below their goal line, and they move around the net, and they start to make their way up. The clock hasn't started yet, and so now it has. Crusaders get to the blue line. They're working on Schwantz, driving the bottom of the net, and MacArthur gets all the way over to the near post. Crusaders still controlling, gets to the blue line. Crusaders going to take it to the top of the circle. They go from the hash marks back to the defender. Defender comes back to the top of the circle. Out to the puck is Kindred. Kindred gets the puck loose. The puck's going to bounce to Brownlee. They nail the linesman with the puck, and now Brownlee trying to get it up. Here comes Kindred, he moves it cross ice, and it'll be Justin Brownlee to the puck. Justin Brownlee gets it to Marcus Rule. Marcus Rule tips that pass, and Nathan Brownlee sees a loose puck and starts to skate quickly towards it. Puck's on the boards. Brownlee still searching for it, and down to the puck, I believe that's Marcus Rule. Marcus Rule finds Kindred. Shot on net. It's going to deflect and go wide into the corner, and to the puck is Nathan Brownlee. Nathan Brownlee now goes cross ice, intercepted by the Crusaders. They make their way back up through the neutral zone. Slap shot off the pad of MacArthur into the corner. Kindred has time to the puck, and he makes his way up. He forces the puck up to Menard. Menard will chip that into the neutral zone, and skating over to the puck is number 9, Connor Brown. Puck's going to come back to Devin Menard. Devin Menard will play it back to Connor Kindred. Kindred looks cross ice over to Schwantz. Schwantz has the puck bounce on him, and the Crusader bounce it off Schwantz's stick and behind the goal. Kindred now comes to the puck, and Menard gets side clipped. It's going to bounce behind the net of the Trackers. Crusaders control. Crusaders are going to be intercepted by Brown. Brown goes cross ice over to Menard, and Menard will make his way up ice. Puck's going to bounce. Brown reaches for it. It's going to bounce to Kindred. Kindred's going to swat at it. Crusaders get it. Schwantz now to the puck. Saved almost by MacArthur. His pad was off the ice as he went and transitioned from right to left, and he had just enough gap underneath his pad, and the puck finds its way to the back of the 4x6, and so the Crusaders get an even strength goal at 10:18 to make it 4-1. And so that face-off will go all the way back to center ice, where the Trackers and Crusaders will continue to do battle from. So Trackers are going to just have to buckle down and make sure they don't give up any more chances, and make sure they clear the zone when they can. And the official is going to go get them to maybe put a couple more seconds off the clock, possibly. No, he's going to tell them maybe who the goal scorers were or who assisted. So the lineup at center ice, that'll be Curtis Lee. Puck's going to go forward. Crusaders control. Crusaders put it off the boards into the neutral zone. And it'll be Viens has the puck roll behind him. Turner now is going to swat that puck off the Crusader stick. To the puck comes Curtis Lee to help out his centerman, and it's Logan Kimmy bearing the Crusader forward. Puck's going to deflect and bounce back to the blue lines, put back into the near corner. It's off the official. Vienza is going to put that puck back to Turner. Turner's going to have pressure. He pushes that puck to Kimmy. Kimmy's getting lined up. He's put into the boards, and now it's going to be Chase London chasing down the defender at the blue line. They go D to D at the far blue line. They're going to come cross ice with it. It's on the skates of London. London's going to sauce that up. It's kicked forward, comes to the blue line, and it's the defender jumping up in it. He drives the net. He goes high, blocker side, puck's down low, and it's MacArthur who doesn't appreciate the extra whacking and hacking at the netminder. And MacArthur throws the puck towards the faceoff circle where he thinks it's at, and the referee just telling him to settle down. He had it all. So Crusaders getting in behind the defenseman a couple of times, driving that low position onto MacArthur. MacArthur makes the save this time. Nick Lowen wins the faceoff, draw it back to Ross. Ross puts it along the board. It's going to come to Kindrat. Kindrat's going to have to get to it. He doesn't. Crusaders push it back along the ice to Ross. Ross gets it to Florian. Florian had the D-man beat. He had Menard in behind him, and he flipped it out of play. And so that puck is likely to come all the way back down into the tracker zone to the right of the netminder. We'll see where they place it. They're going as far as the blue line, I guess. And so Nick Lowen take the face-off draw. He's out there with Menard and Florian, Kindred and Ross. Puck's going to go forward as Menard chips it forward. It's going to bounce. Menard looking for a loose puck. He's going to gather it. Almost gathers it at the circles. The defenseman recovers. Puck comes to Florian. He dumps it right into the corner. It's going to wrap around the boards. Florian looking for the check. He battles and takes the player off it. Puck's still down low, and it's the Crusaders winger who gets the puck puts the puck just under the stick of Nick Lowen. Crusaders work on MacArthur. MacArthur deflects that out of play, and so the puck leaves the playing surface, and they'll line it up just here to the left of the netminder. MacArthur, no, they're going to go to the right of the netminder. And so Duncan Ross, Connor Kindred on the defensive end of this lineup. And it's Nathan Brownlee out with Rule and Brownlee. Rule pushes the puck forward. Brownlee's going to go battle for it on the half wall. Brownlee gets it to the blue line point shot. It's going to go wide and bounce out to the far side. Taking the body is Justin Brownlee. Puck's going to sit there. Brownlee and Kindred battle for it. It's in the skates of the player. Brownlee has it in his skates, and it's going to be taken by Nathan Brownlee off the boards, and that one will roll down the ice, and it's going to be waved off as the Crusaders have to go back to it. Puck's put around the boards. It's going to be intercepted by Brownlee. Brownlee puts it to the front of the net. Crusaders intercept there, and they come out the far side. Crusaders get towards the blue line. They're going to chip that in, go for a change, and puck's pushed over to Kindred. Kindred now waits, and he's looking for some space. He's going to flip that up, and racing towards the puck will be Justin Brownlee. Justin Brownlee forces the shot around the boards. Crusaders come to the puck, push it back up. Puck's going to roll and be controlled. It's pushed back in by Brownlee, and Nathan Brownlee's able to get that back in. This time it's chipped down along the boards. It'll be MacArthur plays the reverse of the flow back up to Rule. Rule plays it back down. It bounces, centering pass, and it's taken to the front of the net, and MacArthur's bumped into again as the Crusader player drives low into the netminder. And Tyler MacArthur trying to keep his cool as the Crusaders are crashing the net, trying to knock him off his game. 7:51, 4-1 is the score for your NEBC and Yukon Trackers, and the faceoff will go outside as the Crusader player drove the net, and it was unabated. Faceoff won by Lee, and Schwantz blows a shoe, and so the puck is pushed down below the goal line. Lee and Schwantz battle for the puck. Puck's going to go to the boards out to the point. Point shot developing. It's blocked by Schwantz. Schwantz will put it towards the boards, and it'll be Kimmy who gets the puck now. Kimmy's going to flip that up, and it'll be London racing for it. It's going to bounce to Kimmy now. Kimmy has it and puts towards the net. Backhand by Lee, saved by the netminder, and he squeezes to get a whistle, and that face-off will come to the left of the Crusaders netminder down at the far end. And so take the face-off. Looks like that'll be Shaden Hebert for the Trackers. Connor Brown and Devin Menard out there. Puck's going to bounce to Brown. Brown with the shot. Doesn't miss by much, and it's going to roll out the corner to the point. Keeping it in temporarily is Turner. Puck's put towards the net, and it bounces behind the goaltender. Now it's going to be collected by Shaden Hebert. Shaden Hebert down low, looking up high. He puts it towards Menard. Menard has it below the net. He has Connor Brown out front. He plays it all the way to Vien's. Vien's going to put it back to Menard. Menard has it shot. It's going to go backside, and there'll be Shane Hebert going to try to collect it. He loses his footing. Connor Brown comes over to try to kick that puck down to Hebert. Hebert's taken to the boards, and Hebert battles for it, and so does now Menard. Sorry, that's Hebert still. Puck's going to come to Turner. Turner puts it back down. It's off the skates of Hebert, and Menard shoots it on net. It's going to bounce to Viennes. Viennes is already in. He pushes that puck down below the goal line as he's pressed into the boards, and now Menard on the forecheck with Hebert. Puck's behind Menard. Menard trying to get that puck back down low to Hebert. Puck's towards the net, bounces off the goalie's stick, and he gets his glove on it for a stoppage of play. So 6:35 left in the second period, and Brown will take a 2-minute penalty, so that faceoff will come all the way down into the tracker zone, and the Trackers are going to have to be a little bit more disciplined than that if they want to stay on top. So it looks like it's coincidental minors, so faceoff, I guess, is going to stay at the other end. Nonetheless, disciplined play is what's going to win the hockey game for either side. 6:35, 5-on-5. 4-1 is the score for your NEBC and Yukon Trackers. Curtis Lee take the face-off draw. One back to Connor Kindrat. Kindrat looks to shoot off the blocker, the netminder into the near corner. Puck's going to come back to Kindrat. Kindrat has the linesman in the way. He tries to keep that puck on play, and that time it had come out. Now Crusaders move the puck up ice, and they move it towards the middle, and Kindrat's going to get a stick in there, and MacArthur is able to scoop it up and make a stop. And Crusaders trying to create stuff in front of the net. Duncan Ross keeping his cool. And so a good save by MacArthur to keep that puck from eluding him. And some stick pressure by the defenders to keep that puck from bouncing into any open spots. So they'll line this one up to the right of the netminder of MacArthur. Nick Lowen take the faceoff draw. Puck bounces. It'll be Florent to the puck. He puts it off the boards to the point man. Point man keeps it in. Knocked out of the air by Lowen. Crusaders step up on the puck. It's going to bounce off the boards and out. And MacArthur's got to get up off the post and out. And so net comes off. And I don't think he hit the net that hard that it blew the net off its moorings. Somebody bumped into it. And so those Zamboni pegs here working both ways here at Winsport Arenas. And so Lowen now taking the face-off draw. And puck's going to come to Florian. And so he gets it over to Menard. Menard's going to chip that down. Icing's waved off. And so down below the goal line, Florian's first to it. Trying to push that puck free. It's going to bounce to Lowen. Lowen has it in his skates. It's going to bounce to the boards. Menard tries to get that back to Florian. Florian stays on. He puts it down low to Menard. Menard now has it down low in the corner, trying to get it up to Ross. Ross lines the player up, and he's going to go 2 for head contact there as soon as MacArthur touches the puck, or for charging. And the Crusader player will lie there. And I've seen this before. And so 2 minutes for charging at least. And they'll take the trainer out there and milk this for all it's worth. We'll just take his number, see if he's out there on the power play first shift. So 5:30 left in the second period. 4-1 is the score. Faceoff is coming deep down into the tracker zone. So they're going to call him 5 for head contact. So Ross will leave the game at 5:30 in the second period. And the Crusader player will milk it for all it's worth. Seen it time and time again that they continue to play no worse for wear. So number 10 is going to the bench. And number 17, White, is going to the players' room. 5 minutes to number 17. I don't know if it's head contact or charging, but Duncan Ross is now out of the lineup. Trackers will be down to 4 defense unless they move Connor Brown back to defense. We'll have to just see what adjustments the Trackers make here. And so they'll have 30 seconds left in the period if they are successful at killing this. And so puck is played out into the neutral zone. And Owen Florent now is going to apply a little bit of pressure. Netminder is going to play that puck and let his defenders come back to it. And so Crusaders now make their way up and they come up through the middle of the ice, and Florient now is going to apply a little bit of pressure. They're working wide on Schwantz, and they control it on the board. It's going to be intercepted by Turner. Turner trying to poke it into the corner for Florient, and Turner still battles. He hears the footstep. He gets it up high, and so that puck goes D to D. Lowen can't get to it, and now puck's going to be played back down low. They go back up to the point man. Point man looks towards the net. It's going to deflect. It's going to hit in the middle of the ice. Comes back off a skate. And now Schwantz has time. He puts it off the glass. And he doesn't quite get it out. And so Crusaders still control. They move it towards the net. It's going to deflect wide. Turner takes the player out. Schwantz has players slapping at him. Over comes Lowen. Lowen's going to get that to the blue line. It's kept in. It's off the skates of Schwantz. Crusaders now still controlling down low. And Crusaders slow things down. They go back to the point. They're going to go back to the top of the circles. They work it up. It's off some skates. It's now onto Lowen's stick as he wraps that down. Penalty killers are going to try to get off. Watch the netminder. Netminder's going to play it all the way up ice, try to get in behind the defenders. And Crusaders touch it. Viens gets to the puck, and he takes the player out. And Kimmy puts it along the boards. Hebert to the puck. It's going to bounce off Hebert and out. And so the Crusaders are back into the neutral zone. They go back across their own goal line to set things up. They move it in behind the D-man. This one's going to go for icing as they could not connect on the pass. And so with 3:58 left in the period, 4-1's the score. Penalized players Brown and Gerwal come back onto the ice as they were serving coincidental roughing penalties. Shane Hebert take the face-off draw. Deep down in the Crusader zone, puck goes forward. Hebert racing to the puck. It's into the far corner, and the puck gets kicked back down. Down comes Logan Kimmy. Logan Kimmy is going to cycle up, and Crusaders go back and reverse the flow to get away from the pressure. Crusaders make their way to the blue line. Loose puck is going to bounce towards the middle of the ice. Crusaders go backside. Shot forms, but he goes back to the D-man. Logan Kimmy reaches for the puck. It's onto the stick of Viens. Viens gets it to the boards, and it's going to be back down to the hash marks, and it's going to be Viens who comes up. Kimmy's going to come back down. Give and go forming, and it's the Crusaders behind the goal line now with the pressure of Kindred on the puck carrier. Puck carrier has it in the corner, and Kindred's going to take a high sticking penalty as he had fallen to the ice. And so it'll be a 5-on-3 against, oh no, so it's not a high sticking call. It's going to be called something else against the Crusaders. Cross-checking. So I thought it was the errant stick of the tracker player Kindrat. So now we're back to 4-on-4. So with 3:18 left, 4-on-4 for 2 minutes, and then 48 seconds left in the major penalty to Ross. And it's Lee to take the face-off draw, and the puck's going to go towards the Crusaders' goal. Crusaders collected behind their goal line. Forcing the puck is Curtis Lee. Defender goes back to his defensive partner on the near side. They move it up through the neutral zone. Nobody can get to the puck except Kyle Schwantz. Schwantz now at the hash marks moves it up to London. London will skate the puck up. He makes his way up through the neutral zone. He gets to the blue line looking like he wants to shoot. He's still controlling. He twists and turns with the puck. And so London and two Crusader players battle for the puck, as does Curtis Lee. London's going to go push that puck further behind the goal. He gets taken into the boards. Lee looking for a loose puck. And the puck's going to set up for London. London behind the net. Still controlling. He's going to get that out to Turner at the blue line. Turner's going to play it back down onto the stick of London. London on the forehand shoots. He's blocked by the defenders. Loose puck's knocked out of the air by London. London puts it down low on the cycle for Lee. Lee's met with resistance from the Crusader defender, and they battle behind the goal. Here comes London to help out. Puck's going to bounce to Lee. Puck's behind the net, and London looking for it. He gets bodied into the boards. Here comes Lee, and so Lee comes out, almost comes out the far side with the puck, and it's back into the skates of London. London gets checked again. Here comes Lee. Lee has the puck now behind the goal line, and he's going to have a little bit of time and space. Crusader players maybe getting a little tired, as was London. Puck's going to come out to Schwantz. Schwantz with the puck, shot on net. Pad save by the netminder into the near far corner, and Brownlee's going to be met with resistance, and the Crusader player is tired enough that he puts it down the length of the ice, and as it crosses the goal line, the whistle goes. So minute 45 left in the period, 20 seconds left to the Crusaders penalty, and a minute 16 left to the major to Ross. Being served, I believe, by number 15, Marcus Rule. So it'll be Nathan Brownlee take the faceoff draw down deep. and Brownlee will go to the corner to collect the puck. He has pressure on his backside, and Justin Brownlee comes to try to help. Brownlee to the net, puts it towards the goal, and that puck will roll to the boards. Battling now on the boards for it is Nathan Brownlee. He puts it back to Kindrat. Kindrat will come into it. He goes cross ice, but Viens had left the zone, and so now the Crusaders work on Viens' side, and they're down below the circle. Viens blocks the pass, and this should be a glove pass. They don't call it, but the official does as a glove pass, and so that puck will come outside of the zone. And so penalized player for the Crusaders makes his way back onto the playing surface. So 48-second power play with 1:17 left in the period. Face-off coming just outside the zone. A little discussion entails. The official lets everybody change, and so it's a 5-on-4 power play for the Crusaders. Menard take the face-off draw, and it's into the skates, going to bounce to Viens. Viens will put it back to Kindrat. Kindrat will put that down the length of the ice, and that one just goes wide. Netminder stops it up, and chasing the puck from back of the net is Logan Kimmy, and Devin Menard trying to press that puck towards the boards. Crusaders work the near side, slap shot faked on Kindrat. Shot's going to go high and hit the glass in behind the goaltender. The sound every netminder loves to hear. Puck's going to roll back to the defender. Defender's going to put it off the boards hard into the corner. It's the Crusaders who control down below the goal line. They go all the way back up to the point man, and point man's going to move it back towards the top of the circle. They're looking backside. They go down low. And low play put towards the net. It's a good save by MacArthur as it rolls out the near side. And so 8 seconds left in the penalty. Crusaders control, and battling for the puck is going to come to Kindrat. Kindrat's going to put that to the middle of the ice. Oh, it's gloved out of the air. Now Menard gets it. He's got Kimmy with him, and Kimmy's about 2 feet offside as Menard crosses. And so the whistle goes, and with 27.2 seconds left, 4-1 is the score. Low shot on goal tally this game so far, and we'll bring you those final numbers at the end of the period. So Nick Lowen to take the face-off. He'll be out with London and Florient. Puck's going to bounce over to Florient's side. Florient will push it. Lowen will push it back down. Florient puts it all the way around the boards. And now pressing over towards the boards is London, who lets up as he wants to be cautious not to take a penalty. Pad saved by the netminder, puts it into the near corner. Defender goes and gets it, puts it back into the far side. Puck's going to roll. Tracker's able to keep that in. They put it back towards the middle of the ice. It's in the skates of the Crusaders. They're going to chip it to the neutral zone. Stepping up on the puck will be Turner, and it goes cross slice to the far side. And the buzzer goes, and so after 2 periods of play, it's your NEBC and Yukon Trackers ahead of the St. Albert Crusaders 4-1. Shots on goal after 2 periods, 19 for your NEBC and Yukon Trackers, 15 for the St. Albert Crusaders. And so it is your NEBC and Yukon Trackers able to score 3 second period goals, and the Crusaders answer with 1 of their own. And so we'll come back in about 15 minutes after the Zamboni cleans the ice surface, and we'll have the conclusion of this semifinal game here live at the IHA Midseason Challenge in Calgary. Thanks for joining me live on YouTube. You'll hear from me in about 15 minutes, folks. Thank you.